Yo, Big Kish back up in here. We about to go over the company, man. Bro, he just trashed What's the Dirt, bro. Listen, I was watching the guy on YouTube. Y'all know the guy. It's a light-skinned brother. He does music. Yeah, I can't think of his name right now. It's mad early in the morning. It's like 5 in the morning right now. I can't think of his name. So, on Twitter, What's the Dirt did a whole 12-minute video about the company, man. I don't have Twitter. It's too much nonsense on there. I deleted my Twitter, whatever. Look, check it out. What's the Dirt has been trashing the company, man. Talking, y'all seen it, talking about he remind him of Carlton and all that, talking about he ain't really black. And man, listen, man. He didn't say those specific words, but you know I gotta add a little sauce to it. Listen, company man came back swinging, bro. And y'all know I don't like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
And like the company man said, it's just a more evolved form of what he was doing. That's all it is, right? As far as the fancy editing and all that stuff, right? And just the way that things are being explained. But at the end of the day, he was the first to do it.
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
Which is a pretty crazy accolade.
Yeah.
He had to put that in there. He had to put that in because remember, What's the Dirt said that the company, but these guys ain't got no motion. I don't want to give them no light. I don't want to, I don't want to put no shine. Bruh. Don't on the people, bro. Don't on the people. The people gave you those subscribers, bro. Bro, the company man put in a lot of work. You got 40-something a couple videos, and you blew up quick. Good for you. I'm happy for that. But don't come back and try to shit on people talking about, oh, you bigger than them. Nah, bro. We not doing that. We not doing that. Let's get it.
You see this guy right here? This is What's the Dirt. What's the Dirt is a YouTube channel that blew up as a byproduct of Drake versus Kendrick Lamar. Right now, essentially, he's rap's greatest Google snooper, a sometimes unhinged at-home detective whose truest value offering is forcing his myopic perspective on black people engaged in conflict. He knuckle drags his way down to his cave in Canada where he Google snoops on every girl that hangs out at Drake's house or pocket watches Kendrick Lamar's contributions to his community, and he investigates Whitney's sister, and now he's graduated to counting the number of times Drizzy says nigga.
What do you mean by that?
Now, I called out Dirt in a video I made called What's the Dirt's Awful Drake Theory. It's based on a particular point in his Family Matters snooze fest where he belches out bullshit expertise on Pyru politics and speculates on Whitney having postpartum depression, weirdly admits to researching Dennis Graham's entire genealogy, which I actually think should be a crime, and offers a theory that Drake says nigga 37 times in Family Matters because he's 37 years old as a means to prove he's been black his entire life.
And what's also really clever here is that Drake is 37 years old, and he says the N-word 37 times on this track.
He wanted Drake to have a rabbit hole so bad. He drew out Family Matters 2 hours, bro. Drake is surface level. He don't have rabbit holes. Not saying that he don't have no double entendres here and there sometimes. Sometimes. Let's be honest, stuff like that. Remember he said, let's be honest, saying let's be honest. That was cool. But he ain't got it like Kendrick got. And What's the Dirt is mad. He's mad. Let's go, y'all.
And I believe his reasons for doing this is he's basically saying the word for every year that he's been alive to symbolize that he was indeed born black.
What did you say, nigga?
And look, I know this is all about culture and not really about race. But no matter how you spin it, a lot of the themes that Kendrick uses in his own music, Drake's family also went through, and that is his heritage. I went through his dad's entire genealogy. His family's from the deep south, right? They were indeed enslaved. They really had it bad. And you can't remove that blood from Drake.
Jesus Christ.
Right. And he called it clever too. Now, in my video, I argued the insanity of that position because it doesn't work for him nor Drake. If Drake really did that, then that's the whitest thing in the world and 100% supports Kendrick's entire point in this battle. And if Drake didn't do that and this bum's reaching, then that means What's the Dirt, as part of his research, literally sat in his cave in Canada and counted niggas in an attempt to prove Drake's blackness.
Stop it. Get some help.
Now, a number
Bro.
A number of you who watched my video noticed there was about 10 minutes of black space at the end of the original post. Well, that black space was all the things I liked about Dirt's Family Matters breakdown. Sure, it took me 2 days to get through it because it was laborious and felt like homework, but there were actual nuggets I appreciated. Here's a clip. But I think I see the reason in why it's so long. When he started talking about how this video was going to be 3 hours or whatever, I think most of us assumed he was just talking about the song itself, but he ends up breaking down Buried Alive freestyle, which was only posted to Drake's Instagram that most people hadn't covered, and that part of the battle is pretty interesting. It's interesting to hear his take on that. And then also, one of the things that he focused on in this breakdown is also things that were happening in the video. Things that were happening in the video. And so I can understand the length and detail of this track and why it may be more challenging than the previous editions of his beef analysis. He's got to analyze the visual. And I think he does a really good job of analyzing the visual. He points out a lot of different things that I hadn't considered in the visual. One of the key things he points out in the visual that I just didn't even realize and didn't even think about was that in the Drake Family Matters video, he is crushing the van that was on the cover of Good Kid, Mad City. And I had no clue that that actually wasn't the van. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would I take out the good stuff that I had already recorded before I published the video? What would make me do that? Well, that's because in Dirt's offensive Family Matters video, he decided to include a clip of me saying something positive about his channel without my permission. He didn't reach out. We've never actually talked on the phone or in person. He just did it on his own volition because that's what low-value clout chasers do. Here's a clip. I'd argue that. I think What's the Dirt's probably the most exciting new channel in hip-hop right now. I guess sitting in your cave in Canada counting niggas is a lonely endeavor because What's the Dirt is desperate for validation. He's thirsty for it. That's why you'll see him pop into any chat of any streamer who mentions his content. That's why he super chats academics so he can have a public conversation with his idol. And that's why he has 12 black voices clumped at the end of his videos supposedly co-signing the product of his latest Google snooping endeavor.
A very well thought out video, and he did his thing.
I thought this was masterful.
I could
That's what I was talking about. That one right there who did the music.
tell What's the Dirt analyzes. Not only that, but he listens to a lot of hip hop.
This is amazing. That breakdown was dope, man.
He did a great
Yo, man, why you got me up there? Shit.
job, bro.
I'd argue that. I think What's the Dirt's probably the most exciting new channel in hip-hop right now.
And that guy, What's the Dirt on YouTube.
But I always gave him his props for the work he put in. The work, yes, it's laborious work, y'all.
Yeah. I watched like a bunch of his videos.
Oh, he's dope.
He's dope.
Being on YouTube and like watching like What's the Dirt on, the breakdown, I appreciate the Drake record a little more. That shit was fire.
Yeah, he was going to. Now, I don't know how Curtis King or Moni or Screwface or anybody else feels about him laundering their reputations in a video of him sitting in his cave in Canada counting niggas, but I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Especially because my video that he clipped my positive comment from was actually critical of how he chose to market his then upcoming Family Matters video.
And that's one thing about black people. We don't mind showing everybody else love. That's what we do. That's what make me so mad about us, bro. We show everybody else love. But when it come down to us, we hate each other, bro. We hate each other, bro. We give everybody their props. That's why I make it my business. Like YouTube channels that got less subscribers than me, I shout them out. Yo, y'all go subscribe to such and such. I don't give a damn if they got 2,000 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers. If I react to their stuff, please, y'all go subscribe to them. Y'all go subscribe. Bro, I make sure I show our people love, bro, before anything, bro, for anybody, bro. And I just want to lead by example doing that, man.
He got caught by the internet trying to say that Kendrick was lying about Whitney from his cave in Canada, but actually got the album wrong and the year of the interview wrong. In his post, he used that evidence as an example of his objectivity because he doesn't know what words mean. He thinks being objective is covering two separate things the same way, even though they're different. The Celtics and the Pistons aren't the same just because both are in the NBA, just like a PlayStation and an Xbox aren't the same, even though both are video game consoles. The good one has Ghost of Tsushima. So my video, which is called What's the Dirt's First Misstep, I talked about the problems with modern media where armchair Google snoopers like What's the Dirt present opinions as fact based on their narrow perspective when actual real lives are at play. I approached it in the fairest way possible, complimenting him on his channel and the anticipation he's built around upcoming releases while offering some perspective that might help him or anyone else avoid jeopardizing their credibility. Throughout my career, when I see an opportunity to help passionate people with promise looking to advance in the field of human endeavor, I do my best to offer perspective. I also compared that specific section to Trap Lord Ross and Academics' Warren Chirac channel, but also stated I didn't believe What's the Dirt was a culture vulture. What's the Dirt wants to be Academics when he grows up, but I can't see that ever happening. Academics.
He wanted to be Academics so bad.
Where there's a barrage of insults on a daily basis on multiple platforms. What's the Dirt crashes out over criticism delivered with kid gloves.
That is bullshit. That is fucking bullshit. Fuck this guy.
Either way, Dirt missed the message and leveraged my name, image, and
What's the Dirt, man? You can't be that sensitive, bro. Especially in your feel like, yo, that's why it's not safe for everybody to blow up. It ain't safe for everybody. I be telling y'all, bro, you got to be prepared to touch millions before you start asking for millions. Because you could mess yourself up. The world's rejection is God's protection. Let's go.
Likeness to co-sign his culturally offensive video, and I didn't want that to ever happen again. So during the edit, I decided to cut the good stuff out because what's most important is that everyone understands that What's the Dirt counts niggas from his cave in Canada. I'd say that's surprising, but what do you expect from someone who brands himself What's the Dirt? Names are powerful. I named myself the company man because that's how I felt working in investment banking, slaving away for someone else's tax break while writing about rap music on the side, dreaming of the day where I'd have my own company that was centered on my passion. Because I knew the term wasn't flattering in any capacity, I made sure I read and watched anything company man related, so I was prepared to rebuttal anyone who tried to use it against me because they disagreed with my opinions. That moniker connected with me personally in the aspirational and in the present. What's the Dirt's moniker makes sense too because he specializes in beef. He has 26 videos on his channel and 21 of them are about black people embroiled in conflict. Take a look at this page. You don't see his face. You don't know what he looks like. Who he is secondary to what he's promoting. Of course, there are almost zero white people, just a sea of black faces feuding. Hip-hop is a vast aquarium full of all kinds of fish, but Dirt only focuses on the black ones fighting. This is his chosen revenue stream. This is how he chooses to add value. This is how he tickles his own balls.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
But after I challenged his ridiculous theory that Drake says nigga 37 times to prove how long he's been black, Dirt knuckle dragged his way back down to his cave in Canada where he counts niggas, dropped the mask, and went unhinged. Check this out.
Right, so enough of this bullshit. I'm going to start clapping back at some of these people from YouTube online who are coming with baseless, stupid takes like this guy. But I'm not putting it up on YouTube because I'd only be doing them a favor. Like, a lot of these guys don't have a lot of motion. That's like, they just don't, right? So I would be helping them if I put it up on YouTube. But what I will do is...
Bro, that's some arrogant stuff, boy. That's some arrogant stuff, man. Bro, it's these people who built you up. These people built you up. Like...
fire back on Twitter. So that's what we're going to do. Now, keep in mind, this guy in particular... when I was talking about Kendrick and breaking down Kendrick's lyrics, I was a genius. I was brilliant. I was extremely nuanced. His words, right? Funny how now that I'm breaking down Drake, that has all changed, right? Now I don't understand the culture. Now I shouldn't be speaking on certain things.
I'm always shocked when people in the comments, like the analysts, people who interact with the content that I create, the videos I put out, when they say things like, man, I used to watch you in middle school, I watched you in high school. People will tell me all the time, man, when I was in high school, I used to watch you every Saturday. I'm a doctor now.
Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you? Anyways. So, my question is Justin Hunt stupid or is he just dumb? People watching my content are in between the age of 25 and 44, for the most. 40%, 25 to 34. Middle schoolers and high schoolers aren't.
I want y'all to take this into account. Most of the teens that he's talking about can't make their own account. Not most, but some can't make their own account. A lot of people are on their parents' account. So these analytics are based off people's accounts. And a lot of people's accounts are, the ages 18 and up. But children uses those accounts. Let's get it.
Aren't watching my content. So the whole reason and how you just framed your angle against me was fucking stupid.
There are things that Matt just isn't in the position.
And why you cursing so much? Stop cursing so much. We hear you. Shit.
To properly contextualize.
Like, What's the Dirt is a really great YouTube channel to me. I think he's from Canada too, if I'm not mistaken.
He is.
And so, like, his approach to it is super nuanced. You know what I mean? And you could tell he puts a lot of heart and passion into it. And I think he does a great job.
He had really zero.
Drake is half black. The other side of his family uses it. I have a fundamental rebuttal to that.
Just to tell you guys ahead of time, his rebuttal sucks. You guys see what he's trying to do here, right? He's trying to frame it like my content is fucking corrupting the youth or some shit. It's a slime ball snake move is what it is. It's snaky as fuck.
He didn't say nothing about your content corrupting the youth. You keep interrupting him to try to push your narrative so he won't relay his message. Allow the brother to relay his message first. The thing is when you break down Drake lyrics, you're lying. And you're adding in more of your perspective than the actual truth, than what Drake is actually talking about. Drake ain't got no rabbit holes. You got to face it, bro. You're trying to force rabbit holes onto Drake. He don't have them. That's why you did this long, drawn-out video. You're putting things there that's not there. That's what's the problem. And you on Kendrick at the same time.
Slimy as fuck, completely wrong, but that's what he's trying to do.
He gave probably to his mom and said clearly his dad side of the family uses it. My family growing up didn't use the N-word. I made a whole video on my channel. I didn't say the N-word for 20 years.
Bro, I could kind of tell.
I didn't say the N-word for 20 years.
Bro, I could kind of tell.
I didn't say the N-word for 20 years.
Bro, I could kind of tell. You see what he's trying to do to me there, right? He's trying to frame it like I believe every black person uses the N-word and every black family uses it. Now, I didn't think I need to put this clip in the fucking video, but this guy obviously doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to this. So let's look at why I would say that about Drake's family.
And I'm also like, I come from a family in Memphis, Tennessee, where it's just something we say to each other, and it's like,
I personally don't believe this guy's really that intelligent. I don't. To me, it's clear that he took the best Twitter talking points and regurgitated into a video. There's also the fact that the last time he made a video about me, it did really well for him. So I see the play. But what he's trying to set up here and the shit he's trying to angle against me is fucking disgusting. It's snaky as fuck. It's disingenuous as fuck. And I don't fucking appreciate it.
This is a great example.
Stop cursing so much, bro. Oh, that's Twitter. That's why. Oh, so now, okay, that's why he put it on Twitter so he could show his true colors. Keep showing your true colors, man. We want to know who you really are.
Of getting lost in your own hubris.
He said this is a great example of me being lost because he assumed that I assumed that all black families use the M-word, and he's trying to peg that on me and put that on me. That is bullshit. That is fucking bullshit. Fuck this guy. So you see what I'm saying? He uses this middle school, high school thing as like the basis of his fucking argument, which is completely idiotic because we just looked at the analytics. So his whole framework there is fucking stupid. Stupid. That is what he probably means. But like when you try to take words like,
y'all remember, a lot of people think what's the dirt, what everything he say is facts. Anything he says, some people out there think everything he say is facts. That's why some things need to be checked. Yeah, let's see what the company man got to say, because he doing too much.
Because that did well on Twitter, he put that in his video. But it's because he doesn't know what he's doing, though, right? This guy's a fucking snake. I'm telling you, fuck this guy.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus. Now, I'm a naturally gracious dude. My grandmother, Ernestine Powell, rest in peace, she always implored me to move with Christ and keep an open mind. My mom, Chantel Hunt, rest in peace, she told me to carry myself with respect, but don't be no punk about my shit. So that's why we're here. But before we move on, let's rebuttal his projection-laden bullshit real quick. Dirt advertised his Family Matters video by saying how easily Kendrick Lamar lied about his relationship with Whitney during a Breakfast Club interview. Yet in this situation, he says we should just believe Drake saying he grew up around black people because that's what he told whatever little kid he's talking to in the clip Dirt just showed. Now, if he had just included that clip in his breakdown, he wouldn't have to defend his position this way. Either way, but this actually means that the guy we've been showering praise on for his research didn't remember that we all watched Drake learn how to say nigga over the course of his career. Does this look like a guy who grew up with people saying nigga in his household?
Be like, yo, that's that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Be like, yo, that's that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Be like, yo, that's that nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Also in that Crash Out video, which is never going away, by the way, he said that I said that he was lost because I assumed that he assumed all black families said the N-word. But I didn't say Dirt was lost. I said Dirt was lost in his own hubris. Hubris means arrogance, excessive confidence. Dirt doesn't appear to know what hubris means, which is why I believe, in my opinion, he ended up arguing some separate points he made up in his head.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
Also in this Crash Out video that's never going away, by the way, Dirt showed a clip of me giving him praise during a conversation I had with Friday Ricky Dredd because he continues to sell a low-value narrative that people who don't like his Family Matters snooze fest must hate Drake. The only problem is he had to write, when covering Kendrick, on the screen because I never said the word Kendrick in that part of the conversation.
So that was a f***ing lie.
I actually love his Kid Rock video, which he made way back before he started counting niggas from his cave in Canada. A third point from that Crash Out video that's never going away. Dirt really thought he cooked when he pulled up his analytics to prove me wrong when I said I was certain, I said it with my full chest, that most of his audience is in middle school and high school. I was wrong about that. I was categorically incorrect per his receipts. And that's easy for me to say because I'm a fully functioning adult who doesn't cripple under professional criticism.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
But away from the fact that more than one pair of eyes can watch a screen.
The company man is a professional journalist, y'all. He's a professional. He's been out there in the world, like he's been doing this for a long time, rubbing, shaking hands and rubbing shoulders with like actual celebrities and all of that. So what's the dirt? Just got to show a little bit more respect. And yeah, bro, black people who speak well, understand this, man. We are no stranger to reading and writing. We are no stranger to that. We got the Bible tells us we've been discontinued from our heritage. It's been stripped away from us. In slavery times, they didn't allow us to read. They didn't even allow us to laugh. They had these things called laughing barrels. Whenever you laugh, you stick your head in the barrel because the slave master don't want to hear you laughing. They don't want to hear y'all clicking tight together and talking about stuff. They don't want to hear you. That's why you see when you bring it up to date, when majority of black people are clicking up and they laughing about something, you will get them to come around and see what we talking about. It subconsciously they think we're clicking up against them, and that's not the case. But back on the topic, we never been a stranger to reading, writing. We ran. Listen, we used to rule Greece, Rome, Spain, France, Russia. Ask Vladimir Putin. He know. Our pictures are all on the walls and stuff. In the knights and all of that. King Arthur, all of them was black. King James, black. That was the Moors. Even though we operated in evil, those were the Moors. Bro, we always been smart in writing and reading. And so when you see people articulate themselves in a great way, they think that, oh yeah, you trying to be white. Oh, you trying to be Carlton or something. No, that's our true heritage. We always been able to display, a great sense of decorum, the great sense of being smart. We always been, but they snatched that away from us. And most of us are the byproduct of slavery. And, you know what I mean? Some of us come from that. Some people aren't able to articulate themselves. And that's why you see a lot of people, you might see people that walk around with a frown like mad angry. That's because their inability to express themselves, so they hold a lot of things in. They got a lot of stuff on their mind, and they're not able to express themselves for lack of words. So when you see a brother that's know how to put himself together and relay his message, nah, that's not being white. That's not like being Carlton or nothing like that. Because we come from smarts. Y'all look up a book called 13th Tribe. 13th Tribe. It's a guy. He exposed. It's a Jewish guy. He exposed how black people taught other nations how to wash, how to read, how to write, all that. He exposed that knowledge that all of them, they know this knowledge. We don't know this knowledge. When they came out the caves, we taught them everything. But in the Renaissance time, we allowed that's how they overthrew us, because we allowed them to be a part of our armies and stuff like that. We allowed them to be a part of our armies, and they backdoored us. They snaked us, and now they in rulership now. That's how the history go. But yeah, don't ever think that you can't pick up a book and learn. And learning should be an everyday thing. You should not be on TikTok, TV, and all of that. You should be learning every day, because that's your true heritage. Big Kish signing out. I'm gone, man.